This is the bag. I'm feeling bag just talking about it. The air that goes through the blowpipe, which is this, that's the part that your mouth goes on. The air from your mouth is going to go through this into the bag. The bag is going to fill with air. And then once enough air goes through the bag, it's going to go up through these, which are called the drones. And it's also going to go through this, which is called the chanter. This is the part where your fingers go on and you play your tunes. How the sound goes through the drones is there's little reeds inside the bag, and I'll take this one apart. And you can see that there's little reeds in here. Well, they're not really little, but these are synthetic drone reeds, and sound like this. That's what those sound like. Now, what happens is when the air goes through the bag and in through these little sections here, there it goes up through here, and as it goes through this channel in here, there's little bits of plastic on the reeds called tongues, and when the reed goes through those tongues, the tongues vibrate and make a sound, and the sound travels through here and can be adjusted by moving these up or down, aka sharpening or flattening. That's done with every single one of these two. With this one is the same thing, except this one's deeper because it's longer, and there's two places where you can tune it. So up here and down here, although this is where we normally would tune the instrument, up here does not touch so much. Down here is where you're going to play your tunes, and every time you lift your finger off of one of these holes on the chanter here, the sound is going to change, because if you have all of these holes covered by your fingers, the air only has one way to go, out through here or out through here, but I'm going to use this all as one big piece. You may notice that there's a little black line across the bag here that's called a zipper. Now, that is with more modern pipe bags, where the zipper can be opened up and the inside of the bag can be accessed so that water moisture control systems can be installed into the bag, so that if you're a wet blower like me and you find that your bag gets a little bit too wet and your reeds go out of tune quicker, this can be a real lifesaver, because that way you can get the system into the bag and put your seasoning and other maintenance control stuff in here as well, without having to dump it into the parts here. And these are called stocks. So these little bits here, those are called stocks. And then the drones, that's what these things are. And let me explain how the different terminology for the drones. So we just said that these are stocks. These are the drone bottoms, okay? Drone bottoms. This is the drone top on the tenors. These are the tenor drones. This is the bass. So the drone tops are the ones on the tenors that are tuned all the time. This is the drone middle on the bass drone, and this is the drone top, because the bass is longer. So as the air goes through all these, you can adjust the pitch on the drones as necessary, whether flat or sharper. And once you learn how to tune the instrument really well, it sounds really nice. But you gotta learn how to tune the instrument properly, which is definitely a learning process. And I'll put a couple of links in the description to some other videos that could help you with that. Now, I'll quickly show you what the chanter reed looks like. Now, if you've heard pipers play, they're loud. You know, they yell and everything. No, I'm kidding. It's the pipe chanter that yells. The pipe chanter has a reed like this. Might be a little bit difficult to see, but there's two blades of cane that are tightly bound together by like a twine or thread sort of stuff. And when the air goes through the opening of the two blades of cane there, the entire the cane and the binding will all vibrate as one. So as it vibrates, the sound that it projects will go through the chanter, and that's how you're going to get the sound in the chanter for the notes. So that is how a bagpipe works. I hope this was helpful for you. Like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I will put up some more material on the website under resources, and I will see you in the next one.